morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Friday stream. I don't know what we're doing today. I have no idea. I know we're probably gonna be some blah, 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 blah. Today's going well today. It's already going well. It's too early in the morning, guys. It's too early. It's too early. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 past 10. It's too early, everyone. It's too early. Vincent, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day today. Welcome on in. Why are you so green? Why? What? Huh? Your name for me has like changed from a dark green to a really like neon green. That is weird. Do you know what? I never know what Twitch is doing. Never know. I never know. What are we doing today? The plan is we're gonna get some minions. So that means we're gonna get to do some raids. It's always been that colour. Do you know what? I don't get Twitch because it always changes. I don't know why. Like some people come in and they say that they have blue, and it's just like, wait, you've always had blue? Yeah. The first message you sent is dark green. That's weird. That's weird. I always get it as well that some people their sub badges don't show up, or their like other badges, like their gifted subs, or like their what are they called? You get them from going to like events and stuff like those. Even you're seeing the wrong color? What am I? What am I? That's the question. Is mine okay? Do you know what? I think it may be Twitch just having a little bit of a meltdown, maybe. That is weird. Do you know what's weird though? It's because your first message was that dark green. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll never know. Maybe we'll never know. Yeah, so what we're going to do today, we're going to do some raids. I won't do them yet because it's like 10:15 in the morning and I don't think anybody's going to be doing any raids nowadays. Yeah, the XIV theme. Yeah, that's all we can say about this. Who knows? Maybe it was aliens. Maybe it was aliens that changed it. What else are we doing? Yes, I'm going to be doing them a little bit later on. We are going to be doing some of these. These we can get rid of because they're like 3 weeks out of date. So yeah, so we're going to do that. I don't know where we can actually... We need to go to the Crystarium to get that. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, we need to go here to get some of these. I don't actually know how many nuts we have. So we're going to do that. We're also going to be leveling up our gatherers. So that's just going to be a little chill thing. I'm going to be leveling up my Bonnie, I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Cause I want the Chihuahua minion. I want Chewy. So that requires you to have, I think it's like max level on being a botanist. So do you know what? I never know how to pronounce that. I never know. But we'll do that. Well, I suppose we can do that while we're waiting for a little, like, you know, raids to start up and stuff. Part of me is like, people are doing raids, but like as a bard, we'll be waiting for ages. Actually, do you know what we could do? We could do what we usually do. We can grab these. And we can just like search for a raid. Because I want to do, like, I've got all of them other than the ones that I haven't actually done the raids of, so I actually need to pop these in my list because otherwise I'll forget. So that's the big boy. That is the big boy right there. That is a, what is that? Okay, so that's in Calusia. I've got a feeling that's at the top. So, oh, wait, wrong one. Wrong one. Should we go here? I think that is going to be around here somewhere, because they're usually around here. So I'm just assuming. I don't know, though. I haven't got a clue. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna pop these down here. We're just gonna go around and grab these, and we're also gonna search for the 2 Evilus raids because it is this one and this one, I think. The Orbone Monastery and the Ridorana Lighthouse. Okay, so we've got these 2. These are the only ones where I need to go and get a... That's a lie. That's a lie. What? I have a list, guys. I have a list of all the ones that I don't have. So, I don't have the new one from the newest Alliance raid. I don't have that one yet. I also don't have any of the minions from the Eden raids, which is what this one is up here. I won't do that on stream because I've never done them. So, I'd rather like figure that out while I'm like off stream and stuff. Then we have the Orbone Monastery. Then we have the Alphascape, and I have no idea what that is. Should I know that? I haven't unlocked that, so that is also another one. The Ridorana Lighthouse, that's what we're also searching for. The Sigmascape, I don't have that either. The only ones I have are the Deltascape, so they must be different ones. We've got Duns Skaith. I think that's how you pronounce it. No idea what that is. Alexander, I haven't done that one either, and I haven't got a clue what that one is. And the Void Arc, which I have also no idea what that is. So we'll just search for these 2 as a bard, because I'd rather be a bard, not a healer. Where do we need to go for these? Oh, I know where they are. So we'll go over to Calusia. We actually need to... they're up here, so... They're up here. While we're doing this, I hope everybody has had a nice week so far. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, no, it's the math. No. No. It's not the maths one, guys. It's the sniper one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was quick. That was quick, considering it's like 20 past 10. So, that's something. That's definitely something. We just need one more. One more DPS. Join us. Join us, DPS person. So this is pretty much what we're going to be doing all day, guys. Oh, really? Oh. You can do it. You can do it. I never understand that. Like, you search for, like, a activity and stuff, and then you cancel it. I don't get it. I never understood that. Oh, now it's the healer now. Now it's the healer. Like, actually, no, I do. I totally understand it. And these people, I don't like these type of people, where they search for a, they search for a, activity, and then they just stand at the beginning. And I'm like, luckily with Final Fantasy and stuff, it's, you have to actually accept to go in there, like, you know, what I just did. So they have no reason to be inactive right at the beginning, because all you've got to wait for is like another 23 people at most. But I don't know. Zactron, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope everybody is gonna have a nice weekend and they have some nice things planned. Off we go. So, for anybody who is new here and hasn't watched me do this, or they just don't know about this raid at all, this is based on Final Fantasy XII. It's based on Final Fantasy XII. I have no idea what the story is. I can't remember. I honestly, I don't pay attention. I won't lie. Ugh. Oh, they did it. Yeah, it's based on Final Fantasy XII. This one is, what one is this? This one is the Auburn Monastery. So this one we have to fight against three people who, someone correct me if I'm wrong if they know a bit more about this. This is just what I've gathered from playing it. Starry Light, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you so much for bringing everyone in from your stream. Oh no, sorry, we've just started the we've just started the Auburn Monastery raid. So I do apologize if I'm a little bit slow. There we go. What were you doing? You're also playing 14. Nice. Nice. Welcome in, everybody who has just come in to the stream. I am Katteru. We play all sorts on this stream. Today is Final Fantasy Day. So we're minion hunting. We're getting the minion from this raid at the moment. Or at least I hope so. Yeah, we're minion hunting. We're gonna level up some of our gatherers later, I think, just for some chillness, you know. You don't all sorts of things. Nice, nice. Oh, we're starting. Okay. I do apologize, everybody who's just come in. I never know what I'm doing in this, and like, you know, doing roulettes. Do you know what? I haven't done roulettes for ages because as soon as I leveled up my he scared the life out of me then. As soon as I leveled up my my scholar, I just didn't do them again. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream though. I have no idea where I'm. Do you know what? And the new Alliance raid, I've only done it. Oh, that was lucky. I've only done it twice, and I'm like, I still don't get it. Oh, off. What was that? My keyboard had a mind of its own, and I do not know why. What? It was a good stream. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. You don't get it either. Do you know what? I've done these, like, I've done these raids, like, quite a couple of times, like, these ones, just so I can get the minions. Only now have I realised how to actually do things, like, I'm trying to think of one. Like, this bit when he snipes you, I actually had to Google how to do it, because I was like, surely, logically, you would just, you would face the barrier around you towards him so he doesn't shoot you, but no, you have to have the thingy. Is this the time where you have to do like a pose? You've only done it 3 or 4 times? I really want to like do it a load. Like, I honestly thought there was going to be like 3 of them. Oh no, someone just died. Oh no. I thought there was going to be like, I don't know how raids work in this game, if I'm honest, when like for like releasing them and everything. Because most of the raids that I've done, they've already been out. I'm not buffing anyone at all. They've already been out by the time I've gotten there, so I haven't really had to worry about waiting for them to come out or anything. I don't... Why is that a thing? Why is that doing that? Oh, I see. I'm debuffed. Yeah, so I haven't really had to like worry about waiting for them to come out, so I don't really know how the raids work. Like, I know the last one, the Endwalker one, I know those all came out in one go, but like I'm not entirely sure about Alliance raids. Like, do they come out just a little bit at a time? I'm not entirely sure. Ugh. To be fair, I just wait for it. I don't really care, if I'm honest. It is a change of pace to have to wait, but it feels good to be caught up. Yeah, no, yeah. Do you know what? Like, I spent an entire year going from the beginning of the game up until Endwalker. Alliance raids are 1 at a time. Oh, okay. Oh, don't know where I'm going. I should be over here with everybody else. Oh, thank God I got here in time. Yeah, I never know, so I'm glad that I know that now. Oh, the other raids come out as a 4. Okay, I get you. Oh, he's not even... This is one of these raids where I'm like, I follow everybody else because I have no idea. None. At least it's not the maths one, I guess. Yeah, it takes some people to get through them. It's taken me, like, I think I did the Neo ones all in one night when I first did them. But I think I was on at the right time. Oh, where is he? Where is he? Yeah, I think I was on at the right time to get all of them done in one night. I actually really like the Neo raids. I think they're my favourite ones. You just close your eyes and pray to live. Do you know what? No, I feel you. Oh, I didn't do it in time. Oh. Well, that's something, isn't it? Here's me yabbering on. And I die. I never pay attention either, I just hope for the best myself, to be fair. No! Death. No. Okay. I actually like, you know, I actually prefer Alliance raids over the normal raids. Because, like, personally, I like to go through and, like, you know, do multiple things in an activity. I'm not too fussed on, like, just getting, like, one boss. Gigi, welcome to the stream. Also, welcome on in everybody who's come in. I'm sorry if I haven't, like, personally said each of your names. I do apologize. Katt, also welcome on in. Usually I'm really good at like reading the chat when I'm like playing a game like this, but today it's not happening. Katt. Yeah, it's not happening today. It's fine. It's okay. It's all good.
The Beowulf youth guides your fate, but have you the faith to fulfill his legacy?
I have no idea, do I? Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know. I'm in A. I was gonna say something. Be buffed, everyone! Be buffed! Minions and leveling. So, what I want to do, I really want to get the Chihuahua minion. However, we're very, very far off that. I think you need to be level 90. Oh no, I need that. Oh no 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 no. Oh, just. That was a butt clench. Not gonna lie. Where are you off? Why are you over here? So we're gonna do some minion hunting. So this is what we're doing right now. I honestly thought we wouldn't get into a raid this quickly, to be fair. We literally only waited like 2 minutes. So we're gonna do that. We're also gonna go off and level up our botanist. Is that how you pronounce it? Botanist? I know it's botany, but do you know what? I don't know. But we need to level up that. I'm currently at level 50. Huh? Oh, I'm not going through. It's fine. So we're gonna do that a little bit later on. I was gonna do it this morning, but I thought if we search for a raid, at least then we're not like waiting later on. We could just do stuff while we wait for it and stuff. Oh, I'm stuck. Botanist. Botanist? Do you not know? I get you, I get that, yeah. I never know. It's one of those words where I'm like, I have no idea how to pronounce that. None. Yeah, we're gonna do that today. I wasn't expecting to get into this raid this early, so I was gonna go and do some, Kupo nut things, whatever they're called, I don't know. Oh no! Did I? Whoa! I was gonna do that while we waited, but we literally waited like 2 minutes to get into this raid, so. No, don't come up, don't come to me, no. Cool. I hate that. I hate it when people get like the AoEs around them. And they come towards you. I'm just like, please don't. Oh, do you see that? Do you see my health right now? Oh boy. Oh boy. That was scurry. I have no idea what's going on. No idea. This is usually just me anyway in this game. I have no idea what's going on. None. Bless the healers. I haven't been a healer since Praetorium. Oh. Oh. Death. Death. Do you have to wait? I never get this one. I never get it. I get like the main mechanics, but I'm also just like I have no idea. Yeah, I haven't played a healer since they got rid of like the 8-man Praetorium stuff. So that's fun. I probably won't even know what I'm doing. I do want to try out Sage though, but I also want to try out a tank because, you know. Oh, we don't do it. Oh no. Is that a white? Yup. Lol. started a warrior, just constantly apologizing to my party. I had one, I went, while I was leveling up, my scholar, I went into, oh, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one that everybody hates. Is it Aurum Vale? It's gonna sound stupid, but the green one? The green one that looks like a swamp? Like, is that it? Is that Aurum Vale? I did that, and, you know, I said at the beginning of the dungeon, hey, yeah, the fart cloud one, exactly, that one. I said at the beginning, hey, I've never healed on this one before, can, you know, cut me some slack, pretty much. And, they were like, cool, yeah, no problem, but this one guy was not having it. Like, we wiped, like, 3 times, maybe, because I just couldn't keep up with what he was doing. And I even said, can we, like, you know, chill out a bit? And, eventually he just left, and then we wiped again. The tank left, by the way, so that was fun. We wiped again, and then a DPS left. The one guy, another DPS, that had stayed from the beginning was just like, he was like, I don't get people. I don't get them. Like, you said you were new. Have a bit of patience. I was like, yeah, I know. Whatever. So, a new tank came in. I was like, hey, I'm new here. Bear with me. And he was like, that's fine. I'll just take small groups and stuff. I was like, cool, awesome, thanks. And he did. He actually waited for me, and compared to the other ones, they were like so patient. And I'm like, I never get people who are just like, I've said I'm new. Chill your beans, you know?
7 shadows pass, 7 fates foretold. Yet at the end of the broken path lies death, and death alone.
Like, I never get people who are like that. I just, whatever. I have all the patience in the world when it comes to this. Like, when we was raiding a couple of weeks ago, we were doing this raid, and the boss after this one, they were like, I think we wiped like maybe 3 times. One person voted to quit, and I was like, no, I refuse. Like, you go into a raid like this, you should expect to, like, what, they give you like 2 hours, right? 2 hours to do the raid. I expect to be here for 2 hours. Obviously that never happens. It's usually over in like half an hour or so, but I expect to be there for 2 hours. Like, you know, there's gonna be new people in the raid and stuff, and I never get those people who want to rush it. It doesn't just happen in Final Fantasy. Like, I see it mostly in Destiny, where people run ahead, and just don't let people actually, oh no, don't actually let people play the game. They want to do it as quickly as possible. I never understand that. That's why I don't like doing any of the new dungeons on Destiny, unless I have a full party, because, wait, what? Because I'm just like, why'd you rush to do it? Like, it's still going to be there. It's not going anywhere. I never understand it. I will reach out in a sec, guys. I promise. Huh? Death. What? Oh my god, you see that? Yeah, I find most people are usually pretty chill and understanding, but there are different, those not so nice people out there. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, I just, I have all the patience in the world, because I'm just like, I expect to be here.
Gaze deep into the light.
Like, you know, sure, it's annoying when, you know, you've put aside this time and you don't really do much, but that's fine. I don't mind. Love your optimism, that's the most English thing I've ever... Wait, what did I say? What did I say? I have a memory like a sieve whenever I'm talking on stream. I have no idea. I never know. This... I never know. I never know. I never know what I say on stream. Is that me? No. Don't come near me! I expect to be here for 2 hours. Yeah, like, you know, I don't care. Like, it's like if I go to a theme park or whatever. Like, I used to go to Disney, like, in Florida a few times when I was younger. And I expect to go to those parks and wait at least 2 hours in a queue. I don't care. Hello? Oh, that's why. I'm putting aside 2 hours of my time. I know it's gonna take a while. Whatever. Yeah. As a lender, I understand what you mean. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I don't, like, that's why I don't mind waiting in queues or anything, you know? I'm just like, whatever. Sure, it's annoying after, like, a while, but, you know. Whatever. Who? Oh, Avelia. I have no idea who that is. It's probably the one right at the end. Why am I running on my own? I haven't pressed anything. Is it this point now that I find out Square Enix is putting, like, auto run if you're in a certain area? That'd be amazing. Could you imagine that? Just auto run it? We do. We love a good queue. Exactly. I always see the joke. Auto run is R. Mine's my side mouse button. So I must have just accidentally pressed it. I didn't hear it click, so I don't know. I think mine was automatically middle mouse button when I first started, but rip my middle mouse. Rip it. You know? It's dying, and it's really annoying because most of the 3D software I use uses middle mouse button, and I'm like, no. So I have to like press it at like a certain angle, but like even that angle just changes. But yeah, like I always make the joke that if someone from Britain sees a queue, they'll join it. They won't know what it's for, but they'll join it. It's true though. We're like, ooh. Like, me and my mum, we went to, again, we went to Disney, just me and my mum, and we saw this queue in one of the parks, and we were like, oh, we'll join it. We'll join it. We didn't know what it was for. It was just outside of one of the attractions that we would have gone to anyway, and, we joined it. We were in it for, like, half an hour, and we were like, there's a lot of kids in this queue. Why are there a lot of kids? So we asked one, like, the people behind us, and they were like, oh, they're meeting, like, Luke Skywalker or something. And we were like, oh yeah, we don't want to do that. So we were there for, like, half an hour, waiting in this queue to meet Luke Skywalker, and we didn't even want to. It was funny. We just joined it. Excuse me, are you in this queue? Yeah. Exactly. Queuing's good. Queuing's good. Especially if it's for food, you know? Especially if it's for food. Although, I did see, so... I only say Disney because I watch a lot of Disney stuff on, you know, about the parks and stuff on YouTube. Because, I freaking love Disney and I can't go, so... I live through people's YouTube videos, and there's Figment, which is a little dragon.
I am Count Sinolphus Orlando. Your journey.
I have no idea. Oh, we need to go over here. There's a dragon called Figment, and there's like the popcorn buckets that they have that was themed over after him, and people waited in queue for 7 hours to get it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but even that's too much for me. I wouldn't wait that long for... It was cute and everything, but yeah.
Black with corruption and must needs
even I have my limits. I hate this. Oh, I panicked then. I thought everyone was dead in my party. Oh boy.
I call out to the skies.
I'm sorry if I go quiet, guys. Oh, he has a tail? I've never seen his tail before. Oh, I see.
To the current of life we succumb. Its judgment swift and final. Its bite as cold as steel.
This is very much a battle where I follow other people and hope for the best. And if your party doesn't know what they're doing, that is me. I never get this. I never get this. Why is it chosen me? I'm never chosen. Never. I just know I have to go away with that one.
Hangs heavy on a head once held high. Such is poor cover for when the heavens fall. Come, show me more.
Ugh. Oh, that got me. Oh boy.
7 fates foretold, yet at the end of the broken path lies death, and death alone.
I almost died then. Luckily I somewhat kept an eye on my teammates. I don't know. Wrong button.
To live by the
Wrong
sword
button.
is to die by the sword. There is time enough for regret in the flames of hell.
Like, I don't get this. Like, what? I know 3 people need to go in it, but I don't actually understand what it does. I don't know.
Is the blade that severs the villain's head.
To be fair, I think that's most of my opinions on this game. I have no idea. Ugh. I just have no idea. Ugh. It's a tough fight even now, so easy to wipe the whole raid if one... Yeah, exactly. If one person or one team dies, like... That ain't good. But honestly, like I said earlier, I'm here. I'm not doing anything. You know, I'm more than happy to, like, try again. Doesn't bother me. I think this one's the hardest one that I've come across though. Like a lot of the fights that I've done, like in any of the activities, like it's quite simple to figure it out. Like this one I think is just hard because if one person makes a mistake then everyone dies. Or at least that's how it feels, you know? And it's especially hard when you have, like, new people.
Upon my holy blade, the very world lies in balance.
I think you can tell who the new people are because they go after these ones here as well, but... Oh well. Where are my team? Where are they?
Show me more.
I want them to make Alliance raids this level of difficult going forward. I felt like the new one was a bit too easy. Yeah, I think the new one, without any spoilers or anything, I think the new one is hard when you first go in because you don't know the mechanics, but once you figure them out, I think they're okay. Like they're pretty simple, I think. But I'm hoping it's a case of like the first one is the easiest one. Oh. The first one's the easiest one, and then it sort of like gets like, cause what? There's 3 of them, right? So yeah, I hope they like get harder. No, I love the new one because the laws behind it is something I've been wondering about for ages. Yeah, yeah. I do like the lore behind them. I do. This is where everybody dies. Need to finish with Endwalker. Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Even the strongest
No spoilers.
cannot defend the weakest of wills.
I'm being very careful with spoilers actually, because I know there's a few people who come into my stream who don't, who haven't finished it yet. I need to keep an eye on myself because there's been a few times where I've been rezzed while I'm playing and I haven't realised. The third fight in the New Alliance raid reminds me of Mom. But yeah, no, I've been really careful with what I've been playing on stream, because I know there's a few people who come in through my stream who haven't done Endwalker yet, so I try and be careful, but I think in like June time, I think I may start
You will find my defenses
doing
quite
Endwalker stuff. Wilberforce, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day today. Thank you so much for the follow. You have come in at peak content. I am dead. Peak content right here. You just got to mummy last night, unless it's a different mummy fight.
Hark, the
Do you know what? I don't know who they are. I don't, because there's so many.
not in her endless cold.
Do you know what? I love it when there's multiple people who can res in your party, but then some of them just don't know that they can do that. Yeah, so many potential mummies. I tend to just stream the Savage tier PvP. Oh, here we go. Or any Palace of the Dead. I haven't done Palace of the Dead yet. I really do want to try it. But because, like... Oh, where am I? Am I in the right place here? I am.
Show me
I think. Because I'm at that point in the game now where I've done all of the main story. I'm just minion hunting right now. Like, that's my goal. Like, that's what I like about the game. Oh, did we kill him? Alright then. That's what I like about this game, is that I can, while I'm waiting for like new content and stuff, I can literally go around, and look for minions and do other stuff that I haven't done, you know? Hence why I'm doing like all the other raids that I've never done. Because I haven't done them yet, so I need to do the Eden ones. I haven't done them yet. Peak content indeed, as you would well know. Day just started, and so far it's okay. Nice, nice. I'm glad it's going okay for you so far. Yeah, there is. There's loads of people. There's loads of people to do. Yes, there is. There's loads of things for people to do in the game, which is nice. I haven't run out of content yet. Like, my one goal was to go around and just do all the side quests. I don't know whether it's worth doing that as a different class though, so I can level them up, you know? No! I think I may do that. At some point. But yeah, I just chill. There's some nights where I just go and gather stuff. You know? If I need some mushrooms, because mushrooms sell for so much on the marketplace. You'd never thought, right, guys? Lucis, welcome. I don't know why I'm saying welcome. You've been in here. It's not my auto like default reaction to people following. It's just welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. I have no idea where I need to be right now. Ugh. No, no. Do you know what? I hate this fight as well because it's all of the mechanics from all of the raids. I don't like it because I have a memory that is awful. I hate it. Sure, I'm actually kind of glad that I don't have my VTuber up today, guys, because I'm actually leaning so far to my left. This is how I game, guys. Leaning to the left. It allows me to perform better. It's 3 AM, I've got to go to sleep now. No problem, Starry. Thank you so much for bringing in your people over here. Have a nice sleep and have a nice weekend as well. No, go away. Well, I hope that buffed people. It did. It did. Nice. Death awaits? No problem. I don't get this one because I never know where I need to go. I haven't figured it out yet. Do you know what? I haven't figured out a lot of things in this game, you know? That's me! That's me! Why do it target me? Ah! No! Oh, I survived that and I don't know how. How? Oh! I died. Nice. I saw that you do VTuber models. I don't fully understand rigging. Game design is my field. Nice. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I don't understand what I do, to be fair. I don't. I just hope for the best and hope it works. I've been doing it for 8 years and I still don't know what I'm doing. I don't. You know. Luckily what I do, it does something. You know, something nice comes out of it, so it's fine. A very basic understanding of Maya rigging. I only know Blender, but I think it's the same, right? Luckily with Blender, you just like, it's just extruding bones from other bones. Oh, we were shooting, we're fighting it. Bless technical animators. just bless animators, you know. Luckily with Blender, all I need to worry about is extruding the bones, making it look roughly like a skeleton. I don't know what hotkey it is, but it's a hotkey, and like with automatic weights, and then you just like adjust it to how you want it. It's like painting. I actually don't mind weight painting, to be fair. But game design is boy, I understand it. You know, but like when it comes to like actually doing it, I'm just like, yes. Tell me more. It's one of those sort of scenarios. Ugh! Actually, no, I'm fine. They're really similar. Maya is industry standard. Blender is great for learning. Do you know what? The only thing I don't like about I absolutely hate Maya and Autodesk. Just Autodesk. I hate it because it's so expensive. No one can afford that. I honestly, I wait for the day that Blender gets yeah, I wait for the day that Blender gets made industry standard because it's so good at what it does. How much health do I have? Full health. Lovely. You do have an indie license now? I don't think it's worth it. Honestly, to be fair, all I do in like Blender is unwrap things and rig it. Like that's pretty much all I do. Oh, and impose the stuff, but That's pretty much all I do.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Oh, that's not mine. So I'm like, I don't really... I don't think it's worth me paying for it, to be fair. Blender's really good. I am going to do a couple of Blender tutorials. Well, you guys have seen me do my new outfit anyway, so I'm going to be doing that in Blender. I'm going to do some unwrapping ones too, because I know a couple of people have asked for that, so I'm going to do that at some point. I just use Unreal and Unity for my projects, and those are amazing for free software. Yeah, no, do you know what? Actually, no, I hate Unity with a passion. Fortunately, I have to use it for VTubing, but... where am I? Okay, we're in the maze thing. Oh, we can't. Yeah, I do. I hate Unity. Death. I hate it. I do prefer Unreal. I'm gonna be doing my my starting soon scene and stuff in Unreal. That's how I'm gonna render it. I say that, I'll probably like cry and not. I think Unity and Blender are the one things that have actually made me cry. Like, actual physical tears.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
If you're tempted to learn blueprints in Unreal, your brain hurts. Yeah, I get you. They're in Blender as well, and I never understand. I'm like, eh?
I see you, in you.
Do you know what? We're actually finishing this raid just in time for just in time for the ad. Right, we need that. We need that. Do you know what? We'll just take the cards too. Do you know what? We'll take that too. Do you know what? Agreed. Agreed. No, we don't want that one. We don't want that one. I just want this. This is all we want. We want it. That's all. Let's go. Let's do it. People, do your casting for your loot. I've only ever done blueprints for setting up a character. The struggle is real. I haven't even done that. I really wanted to look at, like, for my model, I wanted to look at cell shading. Personally, I don't think my style suits cell shading, so I was like, nah, I'm alright. But when I first looked at it, I actually just bought a Genshin Impact styled shader for Blender. That's all I bought. And even then, I'm just like, I have no idea. No idea. Okay, stuff is going out. Can we start? No! I was gonna say, can we start the day off well? But no. 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 You just can't do art. Some days I'm like that, I won't lie. I'm just like, I can't do it today. I just can't. Okay, so there is going to be an ad in like a minute or so. I'm going to go for a break. I won't be back until after the break. Oh my god, my phone is just going nuts. So what we can do is we can actually just keep doing the raid all day if you guys just don't mind me dying all the time. You know, and while we're waiting, we can go off and do like these down here. So, we can do that. But I'm gonna go for a break. I'm gonna go and stand up, get myself another drink and everything. So I'll be back in a sec, guys. I am back, everyone. I am back. I have missed so much in chat. I have also put my eggs in the art basket. That's all I saw. That's all I saw with chat. But yeah, yeah. I think, see, to begin with, I wanted to be a vet and help animals and stuff. But then I had an interview at the vets that we took our cats to, and I saw the animals, and I was like, no, I'm okay, I'm good. I don't want to see that side of animals, you know? So then I changed to art. And I was going to do set design in theatre. But look at me now. 2 weeks before my course was going to start, I changed it to game art. Yeah, I actually... Luckily, it was just before my... I'd actually done my GCSEs around becoming a vet. And it was for work experience that I had that interview to do a week at like working at the vet and stuff. And I'm glad, like, don't get me wrong, I liked what I chose anyway for my GCSEs. Like, I was going to do it anyway, but it was just more so geared towards becoming a vet. But then I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So I went to college to do art then. And I'm actually kind of glad that I did, because I actually, you know, I think this is a struggle with most artists, where you do art for your job, but then you also do art to, like, you know, to chill. Like, literally, I will do artwork all day on, like, commissions or, like, freelance, whatever, and I will, like, play a couple of games in the evening, and then at, like, 8 o'clock or so, I just do more art. I actually do. I just go off and do art because I'm just like, I need to do it. I need to do some fun art. It got to a point though where my dad was just like, you constantly work, and I'm like, no, I have work art and I have fun art. Not saying that I don't enjoy the work art, but yeah, there is a distinction between them. Sorry guys, I'm sorry to have this like not safe for work stuff going on right now, but but yeah, I have fun art. Yeah, working on your own stuff is really different. Exactly. Thick boy. Oh wait, this thing's still going on. Where? I love how low poly these balloons are. Look at them. They're not usually like this for me. I have to have this on like potato quality. I've left my drink somewhere. I don't know where I've left it. Restarting a new personal tutorial piece and I need to decide what to make. That's like, do you know what? I have my own like Discord. I have my own Discord where I literally just like link dump in there and stuff so I can find things, and I have concepts to make where I've seen like artists work and stuff and I'm like, I really want to make that. And yeah, that's a very long list. Go and join Discord? No problem, go for it. Go nuts. Wait, how many do I need? Look at that big boy. Look at that. Look at that boy. Oh, we only needed one of them. I was going to say there is a link to the Discord, but no. That is not the Discord link. What do I need? We have that. I want to try and get all of them from Calusia first, if I can. Okay. There we go. There's the Discord link. I do have buttons to do them, guys, but, Tenebris brings it up occasionally anyway, so... Look at these little batties! These bats are adorable. Do you know what, guys? I'm hungry. I am hungry. Any more? Calusia! Oh. Lovely. Brightcliff. Brightcliff's down there. Brightcliff is down here, so it's one of those weird... I don't even know what they are. They're like blobs, I guess. I haven't got a clue. Okay, so he's around here somewhere. Where are you? Do you know, I can't wait for the farms to come out. You know, like the Island Sanctuary. I can't wait for that. There's that thing, though. Oh, he's actually a bit stronger than I thought he was. Yeah, I thought they were going to bring it out in 6.1, but they didn't. I don't mind waiting for it, because they probably got to think about it. Because I'm really hoping it's not like the housing situation where only like 5 people can have a house in the game. Like, obviously I know it takes probably a lot of resources and stuff to have as many houses as there are players, but it's kind of annoying. But I do like the idea of the new system that they've got in, where they've just gotten rid of people camping outside of a house, you know? You actually feel bad about owning a house in this game? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Like, I've got an apartment and stuff. I don't actually know where this area, like, stops. Oh, it's a very big area. Okay. I think they're over here a bit then. I actually do want one, but I'm glad that they did put in the system where there's no camping involved in it now. Like, you literally put yourself into a roulette, I guess, and you see at the end of the week sort of thing. Somehow I have a mid-plus in Mist, but I feel bad whenever I see people losing out. Yeah, no, I get you. Like, there's some people who actually want one for like the free company and stuff. Oh, there's one. But I'm actually kind of glad that they've said, like, a few of them are going to free companies first. But then I'm just like, there's probably a load of people that have free companies that they don't actually use those houses. But they're logging in, so it doesn't see it as them not using it, you know? No, I don't want that. I want the blob thing. I don't even know what it is. They're actually kind of cute because their eyes are tiny. There's someone on Spriggan on my data center who owns every single plot in a... What? How do you even do that? How? That makes no sense. What? They've just turned it into their own project. Why would you even, like, invest in that many characters to get all of those plots? Like, isn't there like 30? There's like 30 in a plot, right? Or at least half a area. Cause there's like 2 areas, isn't there? I don't know. Literally, there was one night where I spent... Yeah, I don't get that. That shouldn't be allowed. That's not nice. It's funny, don't get me wrong. That's a, like, ha, how did they do that? But it's kind of stupid, you know? So, I don't know. Zakachan, welcome back. We didn't get a minion. We're just waiting to go in again. We've been waiting only 7.5 minutes, so it's not too bad. Where do we need to go? This is the question. So we're just hunting now for these things so we can get sacks of nuts. Oh, they're all the way down here. I know where they are. A minion, yeah. So we're trying to get like one of these little guys down here. There is. Let me have a look to see how many there are. There are 442. I'm not entirely sure if this list includes any of the new ones, but I have 143. Yeah, so I have 143 out of all of them, and it is my mission to get them all. But yeah, I like your streams, chill vibes. Thanks for keeping me occupied while I procrastinate. Do you know what? That is totally fine. That is totally fine. It's pretty chill here. There may be a couple of screams because I die, or there's something there, but you know, it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. But yeah, we're looking for these guys. There is a few. At the moment, we're after a wind-up Ramza minion, which is from the raid that we just did, but we didn't get it. To be fair, we didn't have a high roll on that, to be fair. Evil, okay. I don't know how these are gonna sound for you guys, so we'll see how they go.
Hopefully that's working. Hopefully that is working. But yeah, so we didn't have a great roll on that one, but yeah, it's there. Whatever. Is it good? I can't hear it. I can't hear it myself. I can turn it on, and you guys will hear an echo, and I don't want you guys to hear that. No? No? Do I sound evil? Is it good? Is it a good one?
Katt.
Oh my god, that scared the life out of me. I wasn't expecting Katt. Do you know what? There's been so many things that have been scaring me. Something scared me the other day, and I can't remember what it was. I just can't remember. It was something really stupid as well. It's cursed. No! No, I still need to put more farts in. I need to put more farts in. I know that sounds out of context, that doesn't sound great, but yeah, I need to put some more farts in, you know? I need to do that. No! No! Wait, why am I white? Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah, so we just get that minion. We also need to get the, Construct 8, which is... It's not the one that does the maths, but it is the one that does the maths. It's the same one. It's the same same one, so... what else do we need to have here? What else do we need to have? Oh, we got that one. We have that one. That one. That one's in the Greenwood, so we won't go there. Sound like a broken Cyberman from Doctor Who? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Anyway, there we go. That is over. I do have some others. I will put some more in there at some point. Those are just the ones that I have set up right now. That's Ilmeg. Okay, so we don't want that one. I'm really hungry, guys, and I don't know what to have for lunch. We have no bread. We have stuff to put in sandwiches, but we don't have any bread, you know? It's waiting for me to start shouting delete. Yes. I haven't watched Doctor Who in ages. Okay, there's no more in there. Oh. The Thirstless Shore. That is over there. No, I don't want that. I don't want that one. I can't actually see anything with this one. No! See, I think it died with David Tennant. Well, after David Tennant, should I say. That's where I stopped watching. Like, don't get me wrong, they're probably really good actors and they're probably really good at playing the Doctor, but I was just like, to me, it wasn't the people who played the Doctor that bothered me and why I think it was bad. I think it's the fact that wait, am I in the right place? It's the fact that the story was always the same. Like, I always found like the series were a repeat of the last one, just with a different actor as the Doctor. That was how I see it. And it was always like people are probably gonna like freak out when they hear me say this. It's always like the beginning of the episode, there's some like bad thing that's happening. The Doctor comes in, does whatever, the Doctor saves the day. That was literally it. And I was just like, that's boring. That's boring. Have something that goes over like a few episodes or something, you know?
Konnichiwa.
Silver! Welcome on in! Oh. Forgot another cursed trivia about koalas. Since they eat their mother's poop, they are also a prime character of chlamydia and could infect... Oh! So one thing, they're poisonous because of the eucalyptus they eat. But they can also give you that. Oh, lovely. Yeah, it's the same with Coronation Street as well. I just give up with that. Like, I always find Coronation Street, you can guess the next major thing that's gonna happen. Like, one, there's gonna be a big car crash or a big like vehicle accident that happens. There's gonna be a wedding that someone crashes or something goes wrong at the wedding. Someone dies. Someone dies and comes back. Like, they're not actually dead. So, I'm just like, the last one I remember out of, it could have been EastEnders or Coronation Street, but wasn't there like a big like train crash or something? I don't know, but that's the last one I remember, and I'm just like, no, I can't be bothered with this. But I know it's there to bring in the viewers, because they're like, oh, I need to know what's happening. I'm like, I know, I don't want to do that. I just... Someone would get something... Yeah, no, exactly, that's what it is. Yeah, it's common show stereotypes, and I'm just like, I don't know. I always find, like, the stuff that I watch it does have that, don't get me wrong, but, like, they're not shows that last this long. They're shows that they have like maybe like 3 or 4 seasons and then they're done, you know? Same with the news, you get bad thing, then a war bit, yeah, bad thing, then war, bit of illness, then weather. Exactly. Exactly. I just, to be honest though, with the news, I can totally understand that, but you can get whiplash with the news with how they change the subject so quickly, and so drastically as well. Like, while I was in the doctor's the other day, they had the radio on, I was listening to it. I can't remember what they were going on about, but it was it was some like serious news. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, you know, they were like, hey, if you're in the UK and you've had experiences with this thing, you know, feel free to send us in how you feel about this like X thing that's happening. And then the next bit, he was like, now we want people to phone in to tell us what sets their dog off barking. I'm like, that is such a drastic thing. I was like, what on earth? Why? At least, like, you know, have an ad break or something, you know, before going on to like what causes your dog to bark, you know? Yeah, weather isn't even right most of the time, exactly. Like, I've always had it where it's been like, hey, it's gonna rain today, and it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, we have one of these dudes. Weathering. I think that, whoops, is up here. Yoth. We've been waiting a while for this one. We've been waiting over 15 minutes, but that's fine. This is what we do. Unfortunately, everybody who's not subbed here, obviously I'm not saying this so you do sub. I want to point that out. Today is the day where I can't really control when I have a break to like coexist with the ads and stuff. So there may be a bit where we're doing a raid and you get an ad right in the middle of it. So I do apologize for that. I'm just doing a raid though. I'm probably dead, to be fair, you know. But yeah. Do we need one of them? We need 3. So I do apologize if I am doing an activity and you get an ad in the middle of it. I unfortunately cannot stop. I suppose though, like, I would turn it off. However, I would turn it off, but then people just get random ads throughout the stream, and then it's exactly the same thing. So I might as well at least control them a little bit, right? I wish they would do with ads. Like, I have 3-minute ads right now, and that only gives me half an hour of stopping pre-rolls, and I'm like, I wish, like, if I play like 6 minutes, I would get an hour of no pre-rolls. I wish that was a thing. Yeah, I do. I need money. I need money, guys. I need to buy like waifus and stuff, you know? No, I won't ever force anybody to sub or anything, because, you know, I know there's people out there right now, especially since like the pandemic, where they've you know, they either they've lost their job or they just don't have like enough money or anything. So I'd rather people look after themselves before they you know, gift subs or sub themselves in here. Same with like bits and stuff. I would hate to be responsible if someone can't afford their next meal that day, so I don't mind if people don't sub. That's totally cool. That's why I always have stuff with like channel points and everything, because I'm always like, I don't want to like gatekeep people from being able to have fun in the stream. Like, I do have, you guys, you can change my voice automatically with bits, but then that's why I put in this morning the one where you guys can change it with points as well, so everybody can have fun. I'm just looking at the pictures here. I'm not actually looking where I need to go. Ilmeg. Ilmeg. Do you know what? We'll just fly there. But yeah, I never want to gatekeep people. The only time I'll probably put my stream in subscriber mode is if those hate raids come back, you know? But yeah, I have to buy waifus, you know? We said this actually the other day when I was playing Genshin. People commission me so I can buy more waifus on the game. What am I after? Oh, they're all the way up there. I know where they are. Do the hate rates come through because of the LGBT? Apparently that's what people are thinking. I've never had a hate raid. I wouldn't really say it's a hate raid. I don't even know what it was, but I've had bots say that people are hosting with like 1,000 people watching. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not right. That ain't right. And I've had like those like 4 in a row before, and I'm like, yeah, that looks a little bit sus. But apparently that's a thing because of the LGBT tag. Honestly, I just don't care what people put their tag as, like, you know. As long as I'm not being an ass, I don't care. But it's like, I don't get why people do the hate raids. I really don't, because I'm just like, why have you just wasted your time? Why have you just wasted your time doing that? Like, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Luckily, I've never had one, but I am prepared if there is one, so. What are them? Oh, they're the frog things! Oh, you have the crates, my dudes. You have them. I'm not gonna stop you. I know, imagine caring that much. Like, I don't get it. Oh, I think we need some of these. We do. Don't know how many, though. Like, it doesn't affect me what people do. You know? Or what people choose to be, so I'm just like, I don't bother, you know? Doesn't bother me. Yeah, like, that's, I just... Wait, do I need to get them? No. Okay, cool. I've done all of them. Okay, that's what we need, one of them. 2 of them. Yeah, I don't get people like that, like, you know. But unfortunately, I think you can't change those people's minds, so... Wait. Yeah, no, that is the right one. Right, I need another one of these. There. No, I tell you what, the one thing that I absolutely hate, I hate it, and I've said it multiple times on this stream, friggin' hate NFTs. Friggin' hate them. That's one thing I would talk about. I absolutely hate them. I do. Okay, that one's in the Tempest, that one's in the Greatwood. Oh, they are over there. I hate them. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm like, I always get them. I always get DMs and stuff saying, hey, do you want to join our NFT project? And I'm like, beforehand, I would just ignore them and just report them. I'd just be like, it's spam. Whatever. But now, I actually saw someone, they actually, it was along the lines of, like, hey, I don't condone this. Like, you know, my business plan revolves around helping the planet and like endangered species and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm for that. And the rest of it was like, but for blockchain and cryptocurrency and NFTs, I have a special I have a special quote, which is 100% of the quote is donated to like X charity. They do this, blah blah blah. They require like this much money to fund their project at the moment that they're doing. So my lowest quote for you is 10 grand, something along those lines. So I just changed the charity and did the same thing. And I haven't had a reply back yet. I'm very upset. I'm very upset that like the charity that I chose was a bat charity to help bats around the UK. I'm like, how could you not want to help bats? They're adorable. They're adorable, chubby little things. They're so cute. Oh, where are they? I think they're down here. Oh, wait. The Bartha Ring. Where is that? Where? To be fair, I've never really seen a bat, but I don't think I've ever lived in a place where they would be. Like, I've never lived near... Actually, to be fair, my knowledge of bats is actually not that great. Like, I don't actually know where they live. I can understand, like, woods and forests and things. Where? Oh, do you know why? I can't find it because I'm not even in the right part of the map. They're not in this area. Yeah, no, I've never seen them. And I don't think they would be around here anyway because it's quite built up around where I live. Oh, I know where they are. But, what I might actually do is because, like, personally, I can't donate to charities myself. You saw a bat on your street last night, Super? Nice. Hello. Welcome on in, Super. Welcome on in. What I'm going to start doing, is... I saw someone else, do it on their stream, but they've got a panel underneath their stream where it basically just links to a charity's donation page. And they keep that up for a couple of months and they change it. For a different one, so I may do that. I may start doing that because I do want to do a charity stream, but I'd feel like because I can't donate myself, personally, at the moment, I would feel so guilty if I did a charity stream and like people came through. Do I need one of these? No. People came through, they donated and everything, and I didn't donate at all. I'd feel really guilty. So, I think I might wait a little bit, so even if I can only donate like £5 or something. I know that's not a lot, but I can't really do that now at the moment. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna wait a bit. Unless, like, you know, obviously I knew you guys will probably say just do it anyway, but I'm also just like, no, I feel these things. I only got them where I used to live. I'm nearer to London now, so there won't be any. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know actually. I need 2 of these. I don't actually know if they would be around here. But yeah, no, bats like pollinate stuff and everything, so we need bats. Wait, me or Lucis? Super. I know, I I wondered what that was doing over there. Oh, I'm in an area. Oh, I get you. Oh, you're working through Ilmeg right now? Nice. Nice. I'm not doing any I'm just going to Yeah, I thought you were just like, wait, how do you know where I live? Let's go and help this person because, you know, why not? Yeah, I also got confused, you know? Oh my god, it's terrifying. I think nothing's worse than when you're trying to do a fate and you're the only one doing it and people just walk past. I hate that. I hate it. And especially when like you're new to the area, so you're pretty much just like dying. What should you order for lunch? Do you know, I'm still having that problem myself. What do I have for lunch? The only thing I can really have is spicy noodles, but they take me ages to eat. I don't particularly like eating them when I'm streaming, because I'm literally there for half an hour. Like eating them because they're not like spicy hot, but like temperature hot, and I've got to wait for it to cool down. It is a struggle. But then again, I always have like a longer break anyway when I have my lunch. Yeah! Oh, we got some of these as well. We can actually, like, I think the more you do them, the more you can buy. I think. I don't know. I don't really look up into other currencies in the game. Like, I really want to get some new armor, but the highest armor that you get, you have to do savage raids. And don't you need to have a party for savage raids? Correct me if I'm wrong there. What is that? Oh, it's a flower. Lol. Or I could be wrong. I could be wrong in that regards, to be fair. Raid night. I'd be up for that. I keep trying to find games that I can play with other people. I know in Discord, there's a couple of us that want to play Heroes of the Storm. We found out like some of us actually play that. That's one thing. I think that's it. Because isn't there like 8? Is it 8 people that you need for a savage raid? Well, obviously depending on what the raid is, but you don't have the thing. I'm in chaos, so I can't help until data travel happens. That's true. That's true, because you can only travel but in your data center, right? Am I on light? Well, I'm in Zodiac, so have a character on light as well. I kind of do want to make a new character on a different data center and do the story on stream with you guys. I don't know how interesting that would be though, because obviously I just be sat here, I don't read out stuff. I am on light. Cool. See, you know more than me. You know more about the server that I'm on than I do. But yeah, so I'd probably pick a data center that a majority of people are on. So people can actually join. Armorang. Let's go to Armorang, shall we? That scared the life out of me. Actually no, let's go to the Ratika Greatwood, shall we? I think some of them are here. You play this game too much? Same here, I'm pretty much on it every night. There's only been a couple of days recently where I haven't played it because I've been doing artwork. Pretty much. I've just been doing like artwork and stuff, so I haven't really played it. But then again, all I really go on it for is to send my retainer off again. So what am I doing here? What are we looking for? Since you have a spare moment, you're playing. Yeah, I get that. I get, like, if you're busy and stuff, like, there's not really you can do, to be fair. That's Tempest. Okay, so that one's down here. Pyramid. The pyramid. Whoop. She's over there. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. I don't know what, like, I would totally try and do a character that you guys pick as well. Name and everything. So, that'd be kind of fun, so we make, like, a stream character together. It'd just be the name, whether the name is actually available. I don't know how many of these I need. I think I need 2. Yes. I've been toying with the idea of doing a lore series on YouTube for ages, but I need to find the time to do it. Yeah, that's like, I have a YouTube channel. The only one that is really active right now is my VOD channel. And even then, because I've been doing art lately, I haven't really been uploading much. So, but my other one, what I've been trying to do is just record all of the artwork I'm doing for people. And putting that up on there. If I can. But YouTube is hard, man. YouTube is hard. Okay, that's by the swamps as well. Okay, so we just need to go over that. Whoops. I stopped streaming for ages because I switched games. I used to stream Smash and was close to partner. But when I switched, everyone dipped. I always see that with people. I see it. That's why I'm always just like, you know, I don't think I could stream one game constantly. Like, without playing other games. Like, don't get me wrong, I play Final Fantasy pretty much every Friday anyway. But, I don't think I could just stream Final Fantasy every day that I stream. Personally. Like, personally, I'd get bored. I won't lie. So that's why I always have like 4 different things that we do each week. Like, you know, we have an art on Monday, and then I was playing Nier Automata after art on Monday, only because like I only did it like for like 2 hours, and I was like, I want to do a bit of a longer stream, so we played Nier. But because I'm doing longer art streams, there hasn't been a need to play any games afterwards. Then Tuesday is a long game, like a game that will take us a good while to finish. Thursday is a short game, so maybe like it'll take 1 or 2 streams. I say that, and it usually takes us longer. And Friday's Final Fantasy. What am I looking for? I want one of them. I think I need 2 of these. But yeah, I don't think I could actually stream just one game. I won't lie, I've been saying it quite a few times. I do want to play Phasmo again. Despite me sitting at the door for the entire thing. I think no, the more I play that, the better I'll get with it, I think. Oh, I think I know where they are. We'll just walk there. Yeah, I think I wouldn't really say it's a mistake, but I think it's a mistake in the sense that if you want to play something else, like a lot of people that you've built your community around, they don't want to. They've come for you, like in your case, they came for Smash. They don't want to watch you play anything else. There are, like, you know, the few people that do stay for other games. Because I had it with when I started streaming full time, like 2 years ago. I started off with Breath of the Wild. I think I was just playing it. I wasn't doing anything, like, you know, I wasn't doing a challenge or anything. I was just playing it. I was there for a good, like, 3 months, getting through the game, just chilling with people. I had one person who, as soon as I said, I am, you know, Breath of the Wild's finished, we're playing this now, they were like, I can't be in this community anymore. They actually said that. I always find it funny because I'm always just like, eh? Hey, you could have just left. You could have just left, my dude. But no, they were like, I can't be in this community anymore. You're not playing my favorite game. But yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, I'm expecting people to come through just for one game. I think I'm lucky in the fact that I have built up a community where people, luckily, I at least I hope so, they're here for just me and they don't care what I play. Like, don't get me wrong, there's people who come through when I only play a certain game. Like, there's only people who come through when I'm playing this, or when I'm doing art, you know, and that's totally cool. I don't care. Is that a thing or is that a rock? That is what I want. I've been watching Preach play through some of the older ones too, which I've been enjoying. Yeah, like, you know, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you know, there's some people, like I said, there's people who just don't care what people are playing. You know, like, that's a lot of the streamers that I watch. I just don't care what they're playing. Unless it's a game that I don't want to get spoiled on, then that's when I care. Oh, there it is. I'd like to be everything Final Fantasy based, to be honest, but because I'm a FF super fan. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I can see that. And there's a few people, like, there's a few people that I've seen that do that. And yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, I play RPGs and stuff, so I'm more. What is that? I haven't got a clue. I'm an RPG player. That's pretty much what I play. I do play other games. Like Phasmo is one that I really want to play again. I regret saying that. I do, but yeah, no, that's another thing. Like, but I mainly play RPGs, and I think if you, like, this is just my opinion. Obviously, like, people can do what they want. I always find that if you've got to sort of, like, find not a niche, but then you've got to find something that you enjoy, and something that other people will as well. Because I know ultimately it's the streamer's stream, so they should be playing what they enjoy, and then people will come along to that. But then most of the time, like, if people don't enjoy that game, then they're not gonna be looking for it, if you know what I mean. Do you know what? I never talk about this stuff because I always get fumbled, and I know what I mean in my head, but like when it comes out of my face, it doesn't come out that way, you know? No, we'd be here at the beginning of the week too, but now I'm back in the office part-time. No, that's totally fine. Like, you know, exactly, like, people have their own, people have lives, you know? People have them. Yeah, there's a balance. Like, at the moment, it's not because I don't enjoy them, it's because I physically can't do it. At the moment, a lot of streamers that I've been watching, they've been playing first-person games. I physically can't do it. Like, it just gives me so much motion sickness, I just can't do it. So, I've sort of, like, stopped going to their streams at the moment while they're playing that, or they're playing a game that I haven't played yet, and I do want to play it. Like, there's one streamer that I'm watching, they're playing Final Fantasy VII right now, like, the remake, and I'm like, I haven't played that yet, so I'm just going to avoid you like the plague until you finished it. So I don't go along to them. Obviously, time zones, like, excluding them, because time zones are just ill. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, I think, yeah, there's a balance. Like, ultimately, I think it's, if you enjoy what you're playing, then people will eventually come to you, you know? But I also think, like, if they don't enjoy what you're playing... I've just seen someone just fade away. I don't know what that was. If they don't enjoy it as well, but then, I don't know. It's a balance. Streaming's hard. I think people who say, trying to think of, like, the right words here. People who give the advice of just stream, I think they're totally, like, right in that regard, because it's just, like, you know, it is. It's like, if you don't stream, then you're not going to grow, you know? Or if you don't do YouTube videos, you're not going to grow and stuff, you know? I don't follow many UK streamers, so it's nice to find someone who will stream at a reasonable stream for me. Yeah, that's like, I don't watch a lot of American streamers, because usually by the time they start streaming, I'm usually going to bed. It's the same with, like, Australian ones as well, but luckily with Australian and New Zealand, they are streaming around midnight my time, or if they're doing, like, a really early one, then they start about, like, midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning for them, or for me even, and they usually finish streaming around 10 to 12 here, so I have sort of, like, morning entertainment there, and in America it's, like, in the evening. I mainly watch people who are in Europe and stuff, for me personally. I would stream in the evening, so, like, more people can come by. The only time I really stream in the evenings, if I'm doing a collaboration with someone, that's really the only time. It's really the only time I stream in the evening, because, like, for me, evening time is just, like, that's when I chill. I just want to be a shrimp on my chair, just vibing, you know? But, yeah, I think, yeah, streaming is hard, and it's taken me 2 years to get to where I am now. I've actually, to be fair, since becoming a VTuber in November, like, November just gone, I have actually grown way more, than being a, webcam streamer. Like, at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what, I don't like being a webcam streamer, and I've actually grown way more than being a VTuber than I did when I was doing that. So, you know what, I freaking love VTubing. I actually find it, like, way more comfortable being a VTuber as well. So, I used to always do evenings. I kind of have to, cause I can understand that people, you know, stream during the evenings or when they can, because of work and stuff. Luckily, because I work for myself, I sort of, like, I've had a few people being like, yo, what, when I say this, but, like, I have my I have my business hours, which is normal anyway for people to, like, comprehend, but I always have, like, I start my day at, like, 9 in the morning. That's when I'm sort of, like, sorting out my stream, for when I start at 10. And I always go from like 9 till 5. That is my time where I do all of my work. Whether it be like freelancing, streaming, doing stream stuff, like, you know, behind the scenes and stuff. And I'm always like that those are my times. I don't like streaming in the evening unless it's a collaboration, like I said. But yeah. But then again, I can do that because, you know, I'm self-employed, so I can do that. But yeah, I think, you know, I think with streaming though, just the only advice I can really give people is just like, just do it. Find a time. Like at the start, I think everybody's just like, no, I need to stream at this time so I can get more people in here, because that's when everybody else streams. And I'm like, nah, I don't even think that's like, sure, it's true, but then, like, you know, I did try streaming in the evenings, but then I was just like, I don't like doing this. I prefer streaming in the day, where you know it just makes sense for me. I can't imagine myself VTubing, but I think it would be funny. Wouldn't know where to start though. Oh no, it's the ad. It's the ad. I'm gonna shut up. I'm starving, guys. I really am. Right. I'm gonna go and get go and have a break and stuff. So I will be back, guys. I am back, guys. I am back. I didn't actually realize the ad started. Honestly, guys, if I'm just sitting here waffling and you see that the ads have started, tell me. Tell me, I'll go on a break. Sometimes I don't notice. Sometimes I don't notice. Oh my god, we've been waiting an hour for this raid. Part of me is like, maybe I should just like quit the search and then just search again. Leave it a little bit and search again. But yeah, I think, going back to conversation, streaming's just hard, and I think the only advice I have for people is just do it. Like, at the end of the day, I think the only thing you need is you don't even need like a heavy duty PC. Some people do it from their laptops, some people do it from their Xboxes or PlayStations, you know? You know, you don't need amazing stuff. Like, the only right, guys, I'm just gonna say, like, the amount of money I have put in to VTubing, specifically, is, I think it was like £1.70. £1.70. I bought some assets. I can't even remember what they were. But yeah, I haven't spent anything. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I bought my Leap Motion, which was £70. That is all I've put in. But even then, you don't, like, you know, you don't need that stuff. Like, I don't need it. Really, like, you guys don't you don't have to see my hands move. I just like it because it makes my model look a bit more real, and stuff. Oh, okay, so it's more than 30 minutes anyway. But yeah, no, streaming doesn't really cost that much money to do at the end of the day. Like, if you're really, really into it as well, if you really want to go for it, there's nothing stopping you from getting like free assets, even making them yourself. I know obviously some people aren't like creatively inclined or anything, but you know. Yeah, you can use Leap Motion for VTubing. I would get it up, but I would show you. But Final Fantasy, do you know what? We're not actually doing anything. I'll get it up. I'll get it up for you guys. Hold on. I'll have to turn it off after though. 2 seconds. Let me load up my VTuber. It's probably gonna freak out. Final Fantasy's gonna freak out, guys. You can do it. You can do it, VC. Yeah, so obviously that's my model. It's probably gonna freak out right now. It's probably, as you know, the model works fine. It's the game that doesn't like it. There we go. There we go. So Leap Motion, it will, like, this. Granted, it's not the greatest. Like, you know, I can't put my thumbs up because they just don't work. I don't know why. But yeah, no, Leap Motion is actually really good. There's probably better things out there for like tracking and everything, but yeah, it's not the greatest, but that could be just because of my rigging or the actual Leap Motion itself. But yeah, it's actually pretty up. Are your thumbs too small? They're actually not. They're actually normal. They're actually fine. They just they just won't do it. They won't do it. So it's fine. It's all good. I mean, I read it in my mind, but it just didn't come out of my mouth, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, I have some problems with my model, but it's fine. Yeah, I made a game that was basically fairground games using Leap Motion. Ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Okay, we're gonna go now. Bye bye. But yeah, so let me turn my pung back on. Yeah, no, Leap Motion is pretty alright. There's probably better ones out there for that sort of stuff, but you know, that was the cheapest one I found at the moment, at the time, so it's probably free ones, to be fair. But yeah, I don't think you really need to spend that much money to get into streaming. Like, I think as long as at a minimum, you just need decent internet, which I'm pretty sure if you play games, you're probably gonna have that. And at least a Xbox or a PlayStation. So, see. I always see that people are like, oh, you need these things to stream. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, we just need to go to Amareng now. Do you know what? Because we're waiting. Because we're waiting to get into a raid. With katsu curry. Ooh. Ooh. Do you know what? I haven't had sushi for ages. I haven't had sushi for ages. Because of like, I won't lie, because of the plague. I'm just like, I'm a little bit more, well, I'm an introvert anyway. I'm super introverted, but like, this plague has given me reasons not to go out. If I go into the city closest to me, I always try and get my stuff done in the morning, because around maybe 1 o'clock, that's when everybody and their mother decides to come into the city and do shopping. Oh, you had it for dinner last night? Oh, I had McDonald's. I won't lie, guys. You guys know I like takeaway. To be fair, though, we've gotten to the end of our shop, so you know. Oh, is it not working again? Do you know what? Wait. The question is though, did you do the rolls thing? And I only ask because I don't think it's working, and if you did, and it hasn't given it to you, you click the... Okay, so it's not working. Cool, I will do that. Where is it? Oh, there you are. I see you. It's given people the 18 roll, but it's not giving people the actual one to let you talk in the thing. I don't understand that. Honestly, I think it's me 6 because I went on there the other day to change the bot that says that I'm going live, and no, that's not the way. And everything is behind a paywall now, and I've got a feeling that is why. Wait. You have the same problem, Katt, with the Discord roles? Does everybody just have a problem with the Discord roles? No talking, only silence. That's the thing. I think because they put it through a paywall, I can't use it. So I'm trying to find another bot, one to cut down on the amount of bots that are in there, and one that will actually do it, because hold on, let me do it. Let me do this. There we go. There we go. That is all there. That is all done. Yeah, do you know what? I'm just gonna blame the fact that they've put it behind a paywall, and I refuse to pay because they support NFTs, and I'm just like, ew. Disgusting. Ick. Yes, please do. We have a few people that I think Squid is going through Final Fantasy right now. I think he's in Realm Reborn right now. Okay, that's just the northern slope. So those dudes are down here. But yeah, I'm trying to find a new bot, but like all of them we have to pay for in some regard, and I'm just like, no. So I need to find one. I need to find one that puts my YouTube videos in the Discord when I upload them. Obviously the roles thing. I've already got one for when I go live on Twitch. So I've forgotten what I was going to say. I had it in my mind, but it's just gone. yeah, no, I have one for going live on Twitch, which I can add other people to as well, which is really good. I can add up to like 25 people, including myself, which I think is really, I like that. So I can just add people, so they don't need to worry about it. Where are these dudes? You know, to Couchbot, someone else's Discord uses that. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Let me write that down, because otherwise I will forget. Because I've seen a couple, but a majority of them are paid. Or, you know, freemium, I guess, is the right word, I guess. Couchbot. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have a look at that one, because like I don't even know what bots I have in there. I have too many. I have too many. We have the better TTV ones. Yeah, BTTV ones we have. When I do finally make some more emotes, they'll be put into the Discord automatically by that. Scorvo, welcome into the stream. Obviously me 6, but I want to get rid of that. The Uwu bot, I think I might get rid of that one too, because no one uses that one. We also have the stream cord one, which is the one that I was talking about going live. We have a coffee one as well, but that is more so if people subscribe to a membership on my coffee, then they'll get the role in Discord as well. And there's a Streamlabs one, and I don't know why I have a Streamlabs one. I don't know. I do not know. I think they're outside these things. Possibly. No. Or they inside. But yeah, it's like, I don't obviously want too many bots in the Discord. Oh, there they are. But like, so many of them have one thing, and then another one has another. So I'm always like, why? Why can't you all just have one? You stuck it in Discord? Okay, cool. I will look at that as well. Wait, is that different from Couchbot? No, Peanut! No! Wait, how many do we need of them? We need 2. Oh, Couchbot is paid. Okay. Like, I don't mind paying for it if it's like a one-off thing. Like, I don't mind doing that. But a lot of them are subscription based, and I'm like, as much as sure that'll be useful, I can't physically, I can't afford a subscription based one. Fields of Amber. Oh, I think they're down here. So I'm always trying to look for one if I can get as much as I can for free, which is next to impossible, but I will still look for it. Or see how much I can get for free, and then, you know, see how that goes. Wormy! No, I think they're by a building. Oh, they're over here, I think. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. If I could do it myself, I totally would, but that is not gonna happen. Am I like... I'm pretty sure they're like over here somewhere. Oh no, wait, no, I think that might be down here. don't know though. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh, that's the building I'm thinking of. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and like rejig the Discord a bit, so at least then there's not a lot of bots in there. Other than the ones that I need. The Discord needs. Okay, so that one's done. We also have. Oh, that's the only one we have. Cool. Not all bots. Welcome to the stream, Squid. Welcome on in. So we've got the Tempest. Yeah, it's one thing, like, you know, bots are just... Yeah, bots. You know, I think my girlfriend would like your community a lot. She's an aspiring artist, but she's struggling with what she needs to learn. Oh, cool, cool. I can't promise anything. Even I don't know what I'm doing. Wait. Came out the wrong way. Whenever we speak about it, she doesn't know where to start. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, no. Just like with streaming, it's just like, just do it. No, honestly though, that's all well and good saying that, but like, you know, just do it, you know. But no, it's finding stuff that you like. Like I found my thing. I love doing 3D stuff. I find that way more easier and stuff. And finding something that like you're interested in, that is one thing. Like, I'll be honest, I like making characters with big booba. I won't lie, I like making female characters. That's what I like to do. I like making characters that I don't know, I don't really know how to describe them, but like, personally, I want to say I like making characters that have like I'm trying to think of like a way to describe them. The RPG female characters where the male characters are fully armored and stuff, but then you have like bikini armor. I like that sort of character, but I say I make a lot of them, but I don't because my anatomy is awful, so I cover it up most of the time. But it's like, I can only speak from a 3D point of view, but I always, like, I had, like, a couple of years ago, I had a really, really big, like, art block. I couldn't do anything because someone said some mean things about my artwork, and I was just like, oh, okay. So I didn't do art for like 6 months at all. I didn't do it, and I was trying my hardest to get back into it, and I just couldn't. But then I found a pumpkin cat character, and I was like, that is it. That has sparked my interest enough for me to do it. Sure, it took me like 3 months to do it, as opposed to like the month I would usually take, but I was like, if you find something that sparks your interest, I feel, then just try and like replicate it in like your own way. Like it doesn't even matter. Like, I always felt like fan art is a great way as well, I feel, because like the design is already there. Like, this is from like a 3D artist point of view. Like, I'm not entirely sure about 2D. I suppose it could be. I suppose it could. Oh my god, that thing's face. The most fun I have is with cute, simple characters. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, simple characters. Obviously, I don't know what your girlfriend, you know. I don't know. Yeah, just do the art. I think that's the general thing. Just do the art. But like, obviously, other people are probably gonna be like. Some people may disagree with me, but I'm always like, you know, find something that you're like, ooh, that looks really cool. Like, I really want to do some fan art of Genshin Impact characters. I really do. And I think fan art is like the best way to get into art because the design is already there. You don't need to worry about thinking of like how the character looks or anything. Or the thing looks. You just have to copy the design and just draw it or sculpt it in your own way. So I think fan art is like the best thing to do. Or in like with Katt said, cute simple characters. Like if you see someone's design and you're like, ooh, just do it, you know? Yeah, with 2D it starts with emulation as well. Like that's how I got into 2D art when I was younger. I literally bought, you guys probably know what I'm on about here. You know the how to draw manga books from like years ago. I bought them and I just copied the images out of them. That's how I got into 2D art. Granted, I don't do it as much now, but yeah, that's pretty much like, I know a lot of people on the internet are like, you can't copy, but it's like, if it's for learning and getting into it, just copy something, you know? Yeah. Those books. Have you seen TB Choi's How to Draw Manga? Wait, who is that? Do you know what? I'm gonna Google it. We can do this. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look it up. I think I found their art station. I hope. Why do you have to sign me out for? Why do you have to do this? It always signs me out, guys. Always. I love it when, like, my app freaks out and it's like, wait, was this you? And I'm like, yeah, it's me, app. Don't worry. Don't worry. Like, I just friggin' love characters, man. I really want to get into 3D printed characters and stuff. I want to do like statues and stuff. But yeah, I haven't done that bit yet. Oh, lovely. It's actually taken me off that person's page. I'm gonna put a link in the thing so you can confirm it is the right person. Actually, do you know what? I don't even think anybody would have that name, so. But yeah, that's pretty snazzy artwork, I won't lie. But yeah, I think with getting into art and stuff, it's just, I think at the start, or even now I just, you know, I copy stuff. You know, most of my characters' designs are, I've seen clothing companies that I like post some new clothing, and I'm like, oh, I like that top, I like that skirt that they're wearing, I like those shoes, and I just make an outfit from different outfits that I've seen, and change it, only slightly, like, you know, and I just make my own, you know, so I'm just, a lot of, you know what, I think that's just art, it's just emulation, to be fair. But yeah. I know it sounds bad to just be like, yeah, just do it, but I think that's just a general thing, you know? Oh my god. I think you can share it in the stream actually, but you can share it in Discord, sure. I don't know where you could put it. So it doesn't get, do you know what, I can probably just pin it somewhere. I'll find it. I'll find it and pin it. Oh my god. Oh my god, why is this taking so long? Amazon? Why not both? Exactly. Ooh. I would like to see the image. That actually looks really nice. I know it's just the cover, but it's just like, you know. I would like to see the baby. I don't. That's the first time I've used that reference, and I'm glad someone got it. Wait, can we swim in this, or can we? Oh, it's just standing. Do you know what I was planning? We can go to. Let's go to Gridania. We'll go here. But yeah, doing art is just honestly Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Find something that is like, ooh, that looks cool, and just do it. But she's more than welcome to join. More than welcome to join the Discord. There's quite a few artists in there, so I'm sure someone in there. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm not saying I'm not willing, but I'm pretty sure someone in there is willing to help as well. You know, there's more than one of us in there. She's lurking. Nice. I want this. Do you know what? We're just gonna. That's a goldsmith. Do you know what? The crafter stuff is I friggin' love it. I friggin' love it. What am I doing? What am I being? Botany. Are you ready for this, guys? Are you ready? This is what my macro does when I change. No, okay. I'll put the thing back on. Oh, I turned around. Yeah, level 90 stuff is amazing. Like, this is my 53. Crafting was the big thing that converted me from WoW. I've never played WoW. I love it when you see a minion going straight past you, like chasing after the player character. I love it. I love it. But yeah, no, I freaking love this. It looks more like a fisher, but you know. Yeah, this is what the macro does. Did the fat cat fall over? Did it? I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go and hunt for stuff. That's what we're doing. That's the plan. I also have these. These are for my retainer, and because they're Disciple of the Land ones, I can use them now that I'm leveling them up in botany. So they're like level 65, so I have to wait. They're only like level 5. Oh wait, we can get rid of that now. Do you know what annoys me? And I'm gonna say this out loud right now. This, I can only use this on my scholar, but it's constantly there. Constantly. And I do not know why it stays. I don't know. I just don't know. I never know. Gathering. So. Porcini. Maybe we can go. Wait, no. Level 53. Do you know what? I've only used it once, and the only time I've used it is the first lift you have to go down in Praetorium. Someone was just standing there. They obviously went AFK during the cutscene, and I pulled them in. That's the only time I've used it. I've never been quick enough to use it anywhere else. At all. Smoldering Wastes, where is that? Ah, okay, so we need to go to the Dravanian Forelands. We can do that. Wait! We also have a thingy. We have a thingy, and I think I've just made a mistake by coming here. Gotta go and get some lunch, no problem. Oh no, wait, no I do. So, we have this. This lasts 18 hours. Disciples of the Land. Temporary 150 boost to experience points earned from gathering activities. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna do one of them. Part of me wants to leave this this queue again, because we've been waiting another half an hour for it. We've been waiting an hour and a half for it. So I think what I might do is we're gonna withdraw for now. Withdraw for now. Gonna go and get some gathering and stuff. And then, do I have a break now and have some lunch? Do I? I don't know what to have for lunch though. This is the problem, guys. Like, all I have is ramen noodles, like spicy ramen noodles. I don't have anything else. Do you know what? It's like 1:45 here. So what I might do is, I'm gonna go for my break. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Do you know what? Heartphilia, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. It will come up, and it will scare me later, I know that. Oh. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It just did that. Oh wow. Yeah, so what I might do is I might go and get some lunch. Don't know what that will be yet. But for anybody who is is new here, this one will take a little bit this break will take a little bit longer. Hello. Hello. Do you know what? It's really nice seeing like the name Heartphilia, because I'm also just like, is that a fairy tale reference I see? Is it? But then I'm too scared to ask people, because like sometimes it may not be, you know? Freaking love fairy tale. Fairy tales are my favorite anime and manga. Freaking love it. Nothing. Do you know what? We need to play that again on stream, because we had to stop because I didn't have a capture card at the time, so don't worry, Lucius. It's fine. We'll just talk about fairy tale. It's fine. No, we did try and play it. I didn't have a capture card at that point, but so I was streaming it. I was streaming it through my Xbox, and then streaming my Xbox to my PC, which then I was streaming. So everything was on Wi-Fi, so it died. So we do need to go back to that, you know. But eventually we will. So I'm gonna go and have a break. We do have this, so I didn't make a mistake. We're gonna go over here to get dark chestnut. Just gonna get a load of it. We're gonna do it. For anybody is new here, this break is gonna take me a little bit longer because I need to make my food and then I need to eat it. So I will go on a break now, but I won't start the ads until I've almost finished, unless they start before that. Yeah, that's my plan. So I'm gonna go on my break. I'm gonna go and have some food. I'm gonna put some chill music on for you guys while I'm away. I should really put like, I don't know, put like some VODs there or something so you guys can see. So you guys actually have something to do while I'm not here. But I'll be back in a sec, guys. Go and stand up, have a drink, stretch, don't shrimp, and I'll be back in a bit after some food. back, guys. I am back. We're gonna do some gathering. Do you know what? What I'm gonna do actually is change us to a bard again. Then we're gonna search for these again. Hopefully, like, now is a better time. I don't know. I think we were just lucky about getting that raid at like 10:15 this morning. So, right, we are gonna change back to a botanist. Cool. Okay, so we need to go over there. We're gonna get some chestnuts. We're literally just gonna do this, for a while. Oh, that Katteru. So I have, let me find it. Let me actually find the brand, because I don't know. I found it. I found it. Let me just open the image. So I usually have these as like a thing, like that exact brand. So I was gonna have that, but then I was like, I sit there for like half an hour eating it, because it takes me ages to eat them, because I like to, like, you know, take my time with it, because I don't want to die. Like, I don't want to like inhale the spicy stuff, you know. So I take my time with it. I was gonna have that, but I was like, I have some noodles and I have some sweet soy sauce that I made, and that needed to be used up. So I had that instead. I had some noodles and I just mixed that with some spring onions, and there we go. That's what I had. Where is the chestnut? Where is... Wait, hold up. Hold up. We could get these. Oh, wait, no. I know what we could. They're kind of hot. See, I'm used to spicy things, so I don't think... I think initially they're hot. But then, I think... I don't know. I don't know whether that's the same with, like, everybody else, but... I don't find them hot after a while. But then again, I like spicy food, so... that sort of stuff doesn't bother me. Actually, do I have food? At this point, I don't think I'm really bothered about the fact that they're for different things, so... I'm just gonna have some baked alien soup. I love spicy food too, I love it. That'll give us 3% XP, right? Yeah. I don't think these get us that much though, so I'm probably gonna do that later. These, however, get us quite a bit. There's some hot foods that just keep going, but most stuff gets to a reasonable warm level after a few bites. Yeah, it's like that's what I feel about that ramen. Eventually it does get to, like, the first initial, like, mouthful you have, you're like, oh, wow. And you're sort of, like, dying, but then after a while... God damn it. After a while, I think it's fine. Apart from when I accidentally... do you know what? No, I get that. I totally understand that. Like, you don't... You want to know that something's spicy. You want to know that. You don't want to just... like, randomly eat something that shouldn't be spicy and you get, like, a random chili. You don't want that. There's a whole chili? Oh, no. Oh no, I was gonna do a thing on stream where I don't know what the brand is, but it's if I describe that it's the black packaging, and it's got like a weird cartoon chicken on it. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's the black one. It's the black packaging. Like, that's super hot. I was gonna get one of... I didn't get anything. Nothing. Can't believe it. I was gonna get one of them to eat on stream, but for some reason, the only place I can get them, I refuse to get them from because I hate that store with a passion. So I'm like, the only place I can get it from is from Amazon, but they only sell packs of 6, which, to be fair, they're not that much. They're like £8 for a pack of 6, which, at the end of the day, that's not a lot for that. But I'm like, do I want to do that? Like, I've eaten it before. I used to have it as a snack when I got back from work, but I haven't had it in like a few years, so I don't know whether I'd die or not. So I was going to do that on stream, but I never did. But then I was like, hey, why don't I get these chicken wings from Papa John's? Because they have, I don't know what chili it is, but it's like the 3rd spiciest chili. And I'm like, I want to try that. But then I'm like, if I eat that and I don't like it, I've wasted 6 chicken wings. And I can't do that to myself. I can't do that. I like chicken wings too much to waste them like that. Lloyd's here. Welcome on in. Eat all 8 at the same time. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what I should do. That's a lot of... I think I'd die from the amount of noodles rather than the spicy stuff. You know? That's a lot of noodles, you know? Oh, hot wings? I'm very particular about my hot wings. I really am. Hot wings? I freaking love them. Or just chicken wings. Chicken wings are like my favorite thing. No! We want a lot of XP. We are leveling, so we can get Chewy the Chihuahua. But yeah, like, I really love spicy things. I do. I won't lie. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why we're not actually getting much, because we're actually under-leveled. So... okay, gathering log is B. If we go and get some porcini... oh, no, wait. No, we're getting something that's 1 level above us, so... we should be okay. We should be good. I just think it's the... it's not really... they're not really spawning that much. Wait, you've already got the Chihuahua minion? I can't believe it. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't you have to be like super high level for it? I can't remember which one it's from though. I can look, but I'm only level 53, so nice. That's what I was like with the fat cat. I sent out 4 retainers, didn't get anything for like a couple of weeks, and then 3 weeks after doing it, like every day, I got like 3 fat cats. It was amazing. Now I have like 6 of them in my inventory, and the prices keep dropping on the fat cats, so I can't, I refuse to sell them. I refuse to sell them. Sent you a botanist out on the level 91. Okay. Okay. I got too many. I got like 3 of them, and now they won't stop. Like I've stopped now. I've literally like stopped sending my retainers out. Just so I stop getting them. Because I want to sell them. Because I'm with the farming and stuff that they're doing, the island sanctuaries. I don't know how much they're gonna cost, if they will at all. So I'm like, yes, that is true, Squid. You should be able to do that. You should. Like, part of me wants to save them just in case, with the island sanctuary, because you can have your minions going around and stuff, apparently. I just want a load of fat cats running around. Like, who wouldn't want that? I really want the giant plush. That's like, it's gone down in price though, actually. It's like £200 now. And I'm like, I want it, but I can't. Wait, could I have that as a business expense? A fat cat plush? Could I do that? Could you imagine if I go to an accountant, right? I'm like, I don't want to sort this out myself. I'll just get someone to do it, and they look at it and they see fat cat plush, £190, and they're like, what? What is this? I'm like, I really wanted it. It's a business expense. Yeah, something to rest your arm on. I know there's actually someone, I can't remember his name, but he actually made the giant plush into a controller for the fat cat mount, and I'm like, that's amazing. These trees are not spawning, and I hate it. Where else can we go? Yeah, reference material, exactly. The amount of things that I've actually put down as like a business expense, like the voice mod, that is also a business expense, you know? There isn't much in the house, so I've resorted to a lunch of sausage rolls. Oh no. Oh no. Is that all we have in the house is sausage rolls? Didn't we have any bean bakes? Didn't we? Oh, do you know what? That is a point. Yeah, use my 2 spell. Oh, there we go. I always forget. I'm never this role, so the last time I did this was like 8 months ago. Oh, that's got a quick cooldown as well. Cool. Wait. Oh, there we go. We didn't have any bean bakes? Oh no. We don't have anything in the house. Oh wait, don't we have a Ujima flop? Oh, I was looking at that little tiny one there, you see? Brother, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day today. Welcome on in. I can't believe we've actually got nothing in the house. And I plan to make noodles tonight. You. I do. It's everybody loves that that follow alert. And I'm actually planning to replace it with some art. And I'm like, everybody's gonna kill me. Should get a welcome on in emote? I probably should. Do you know what? Maybe I have BTTV now, so I can do that. And do you know what? Actually, my bot will be able to use that too. Because we have 3 more we have 3 more follower emotes that I need to make, but that's gonna be a long cat. I'm gonna have one so it's like the front of a cat, the middle of a cat, and the end of a cat. So you guys could just make really long cats in chat. And then that's all of the emote slots filled. Except for the animated ones. Yes, it's just that is totally on me because I am making them myself, so I am super slow. Oh, there's another one there. We don't need to use the Ujima flop. Yes. Yes! Exactly, super, like that. That's what I'm doing. That's the plan. We're gonna have Tenebris really long. What is that? Is that an otter? Do you know what? I never know. I can, you know. It is an otter. Otters are adorable. But yeah, I'm going to be replacing the alerts at some point. But because I'm doing them myself, they're going to take like the next 500 years, so the Chocobros will be staying for a good while. Then again, if I'm using BTTV, I need to actually think of the emotes. Actually, no, you guys have probably asked me for emotes, and I've written them down somewhere. You know, Prompto is yes, yes. Do you know what? We'll eventually get there. Eventually, I was doing a Final Fantasy marathon, but I got really burnt out on it. We're currently on 13 right now. I don't think we could call it a marathon anymore. I'm not. I was doing them back to back. We did 10. I had to eject myself from 10 too. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. So we went straight to 13. I don't know where we are. Yes. Yeah. You don't trust the mods, everyone. Don't trust them. Don't trust any of them. They just have evil intentions. Evil. Don't trust them. There is a clip of it. It's in my channel trailer actually. No, don't, Lloyd, don't bring out the sevens. Don't do it. Don't. I beg you. Me personally, everybody else loves it. No! Just give me the logs. Give them me. Oh, I bet you it's up there. Yep, I thought so. Yeah, so we're on 13 on that. I don't know when we're gonna go back to that. There was a little bit of, like, the frames were beautiful in that game. I won't lie. The frames are beautiful. But then, I can't wait to actually get to 15. I can't wait to actually play 15. I really want to try and beat the Adamantoise when I can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is where Lloyd's selective hearing comes in, and he just does it anyway. Oh, he hears me. He hears me. He just chooses to ignore me. Oh my god, I just want to do a raid. I just want a minion. That's all I want. Why is it taking so long? Maybe we should go in as a healer. Should I do it? Don't know how that will work though. I overheal people, but I suppose it keeps them alive though, right? How many of these do we have? 31. Okay. We do have this. We can go and do this. I don't know whether that will help us though. If we go in as a healer, will that help us in this case? I'm not entirely sure, because like that's the only raid that I need to do. Otherwise, we could go off and do some dungeons. What do we have? Because we could go in here. Yeah, maybe not for an alliance raid. We could go and do these. These we could go and do. One, it will get these guys some XP because they don't have any. Because we do need to do these. Hold on, let me get my list up. Where is it? Dungeons. So we have... I'm not going to be doing any Endwalker stuff. Because I know there's people in here who haven't done it yet. So... got... What do we have on here? What's the last one? Padlathon. Academian? Academician. Yeah? I don't know. Do you know what really annoys me? Right? So, he is that. He is a scholar, but he has a carbuncle. Why don't I have a carbuncle? Why do I have a fairy? Like, that's what I don't understand. Why does Alphino have a carbuncle? It annoys me because I want one. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Right, we're gonna be a bard. So yeah, right. We're gonna be a bard. We're gonna go and do. Yeah. Do you guys want to do that before we do a dungeon? Should we do that? I think we should. Yes. Oh, it's actually here. Okay. It's here. Do you know what? Let's run there. Yeah, it does, yeah. It means the same thing anyway. Do you see this? Oh my god. We've been waiting almost 2 hours for this thing. And then when I threaten it with getting for doing a different activity, oh my god. Oh my god. This is the life I chose, I guess. This is the life I chose. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. If we don't get this minion, I swear to God, guys, I'm gonna go on a riot. I'm gonna go nuts. I am. I'm gonna go to Square Enix myself and be like, Mr. Square Enix, why? Why haven't you given me this minion yet? Yeah, it did. It just needed a threat. Do you know what? I've noticed that with most games. Like, as soon as you threaten to do something else, it's like, nah, maybe I should, like, you know, do it. Right, okay. I guess we're carrying on doing this one then. It really annoys me because people wait there for so long and then they just don't accept it. I'm like, why though? Why? Why do you do this? Oh, this music. Final Fantasy music is amazing. Do you know what? I actually bought the Endwalker soundtrack. Mainly for the minion. But I can't play it anywhere. Because my PC doesn't have a Blu-ray player in it. So I can't play it there. It will play it on my Xbox, but it has to be connected to a TV for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. Really weird. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. So I can't actually listen to it. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Let's go. Oh, it's a Ninky Nanka. I freaking love that. I freaking love that. Ugh. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Why is there so many of them? Oh, I killed it. Oh no, why? Why is there so many? Why is there so many of them? Oh my god. Oh my god, is there any more? Oh my god. I wasn't prepared for that. What did I even get? Mithrite rivets and a growth formula Epsilon. I had Anchored Nature. I did. Oh my god. We literally had it. We literally had a raid. One person said no. They said no. Kat, you just missed it. You just missed it. There were so many Ninky Nankers. There were so many. There's so many of them. There's like 500 Ninky Nankers. Or Nankers, because they were little tiny ones. Oh my god, it was terrifying. I've never seen so many. See, we've just literally gotten. We just got a raid, but no, it wasn't a fate. It was a treasure map. What, Ninky Nanka? It does. To be fair, it does sound like a British insult. But like, it sounds like something an old person would call you. Or something that, you know when they're just like, they don't know what to call you, so they just go, oh, you're such a Ninky Nanka. You know? Ninky Nanka. Do you know what? No, I even have one. Hold on, where's my minions? So, of course, guys, all of my cat ones are in my favorites, you know, because they have to be. They have to be. I am after a Poogie. I need to get the Poogster. I need to. There it is. A naughty Nanka. A little naughty Nanka. I love it. I'm also, you know, my goal, guys, is to get as many, well, I'm trying to get all of them. Unfortunately, two of them are in PvP, and I've never done PvP before. He just looks delicious. A lot of these I did buy, though, because they would just take ages. Tell you what, though, I was there for this one, not that one, the Yokai Watch one. I was like, I'm getting all of these minions if it kills me. I'm getting all of them. We was gonna go and do a dungeon, but now it just, no. Actually, do you know what I might do? We're gonna fly that, you know. Yeah, the update does sound good for PvP. Like, I'm not one for that sort of stuff. Is this the right way? I think so. No, it is not the right way. Oh, I'm way off. Well, I would teleport to the firmament, but I don't see a point in rushing around when we're waiting for a raid, so we're just gonna chill on this horse and fly there ourselves. Maybe we could actually go fishing. Actually, no, we've already got all the fishing ones. We just need to do the ventures for fishing. I don't usually play stuff like PvP, but I really like the new mode. Do you know, I don't know anything about PvP in this game. I really don't. Like, I've never touched it. So I don't really know if it's... I don't want to say if it's worth it for me, because I'm going to be going in there anyway to get the minions. Because I don't think you can buy the minions, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure, though. If I can buy them, then I'll avoid it, but... I don't know, though. Because, like, the only PvP I'm used to is Destiny. So I don't really know much about the Final Fantasy PvP. Can't believe we had a raid. And someone said no. I feel betrayed. I do. I feel betrayed. I like how our plan was to do raids and gather today, and a majority of it is just us waiting. I'm gonna see how much these logs go for. If they go for quite a bit, then I will I'll go and get some more so I have 99 of them. I don't see why not. I was gonna try and get a house here, but I know everybody would be like, well, to be fair, with the new way they're doing housing, I think it's actually kind of fairer that they do it that way, but I knew everybody would be like clamoring around and all sorts, so I was like, I will wait. Then again, I'm sort of like, I don't know what they're doing with the island sanctuaries or anything. I don't know whether you have to, whether they're like houses in a way where you have to like pay a lot for them. But I really do hope they are like houses where you can like decorate them and stuff. I hope so. Oh, we've got an hour left on that one. You can sell stuff though. How much do these go for? I guess that's okay. I guess. Wait. What were they? 140? 145. If we go 145, that gets us that much. So if we have 99, so that'll be 12. That'll be 12 grand roughly. What is that? What is that? Whew. Actually, should we see how well my fat cat's doing? I don't think I've sold it yet. It's annoying because I sold it at the price that it, like, just under the price it was going for at that point, and then everybody put in lower ones. Which is really annoying. Yeah, see, they're going down, and I was selling it for that, and I refuse to go lower than that. I refuse. I did sell one once for like 800,000, and that was some good stuff. That was some good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go back. I can't believe we had a raid go in. That's the annoying thing. That's the annoying thing. Like, why'd you search for a raid and you like, then you just say no? So annoying. Like I said earlier, I'm prepared to spend 2 hours on a raid. That's what I prepared for. That guy just appeared from nowhere. Probably AFK. Like, I can understand that, but like sometimes they go, like they stop the search before that 45 seconds is up. So I'm like, do you actually press no, or are you actually AFK? I don't know. Do you know what? I never know. Like, sometimes it puts you straight back into it, but then finding that one person is the one thing that you're like waiting for. But whatever. It could just be the time of day. Don't know anything about Final Fantasy? That is okay. Neither do I. I play this game and I don't actually know the I don't know whether it's because I played from the start of the game up until Endwalker non-stop. Like, I didn't have any break in the story like it is now, where you've got to wait until the next one comes out. I didn't have that, so everything is just a mush together. So I don't actually, like, a character will mention something that probably happened in Heavensward, but it actually happened in, like, part of me is just like, yeah, that's when it happened, but it actually happened in, like, Stormblood or something. Maybe a bit of 14 and 15 and that's it. To be fair, that's all I started with. Like, I did play 7 years ago, but I didn't get too far into it. 12 I played a bit of years ago, and I got to a point where I was like, I literally skipped through everything. I didn't level up or anything, guys. When we played it on stream, I actually leveled up properly and it was actually better. What else? I don't think I'm going the right way here. Oh, I am. It's okay. 10 I played. 13 I played a bit of years ago before I streamed it, and it was the same thing again. I didn't level up properly, so I got stuck. I got stuck at Bartandalus, and then when I played it on stream, I beat him first time, which was something. What else? Lightning Returns I played. I never played 13-2. Lightning Returns I played. I actually ran out of time and I didn't realise that I'd had one more story, like, main story quest to do. So I ran out of time and I couldn't get any more time. And then 15. 15 was the first one that I actually finished, right, like, in one go. Like, I didn't stop doing that because it was, like, too hard or anything. And then 14. Although, I wouldn't really count 14 as completed it all the way through because it's, like, ongoing, so... But I have done the story up until this point, though. Can't believe we've waited nearly 2 hours to get into a freaking raid. So annoying. Okay then. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. I always forget about these skills. I always forget about them. Yes. That was some beautiful logging right there. So then I struggle. I struggle with it. And then I just don't do it. Yeah, you reckon? I don't mind being a healer, it's just that I know for a fact that I overheal people. I know I do. Okay, we'll get this tree and then we'll do healer. I think it's because I'm looking for those 2 raids specifically as well. I don't think that's helping, to be fair. I don't mind it. I don't know why I'm, like, looking around as my healer. If not, like, the only reason why I would go on for a bit longer today is if I am doing a raid, but if not, because it's getting to like 2 o'clock here, we haven't got anything by then I'll probably like call the stream there, I think. Because it's annoying because like there's only so much waiting you can do before you're like, okay, I give up now. The only thing I don't like about healer is because I'm like trying to keep people alive. I panic a little bit, and I'm always like, I'm gonna die, and then if I die, I feel really bad if other people start dying. But I suppose that's the same with tanks though as well, I guess. So I think, like, you know, in a way you've got to like keep the enemies off of the... Yeah, you've got to keep the enemies off of everyone else. And then DPS just scream. They just scream. It's like, because I'm not really a healer that often, I don't really... I haven't really fully learned everything about it yet. Because when I was leveling up, it would always put me in the lower... It'd always give me a lower dungeon for some reason, and I don't know why. So it would always like lock out the abilities that I'd already unlocked. So I couldn't really learn them. And then it would put me into a dungeon where I could use all of the abilities that I unlocked, and I was still like learning like 7 of them. So it's just being a healer was hard. It's fine though. I just overheal people. It's fine. Oh, nice. We leveled up. Coolio. I honestly thought that was in the stream, guys. I thought that was one of you guys doing that. Okay. Actually, do you know what, guys? I think I might just oh my god. No! No scaring me. It's illegal. Yeah, no, what I might do is I might actually just withdraw anyway. Because like we've been waiting for like 2.5 hours for them, so freaking farts, man. Farts are funny. How many of these do I have? I've got 61. Nice. Cool, we didn't get anything. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go, not on our Fat Chocobo, because we're going to teleport somewhere. We're going to go back to the Black Shroud. We're going to go back to New Gridania, where we started this morning. We're going to do the end of the stream, I think. That's what we're gonna do. No, we're gonna go away from that bard because they always play copyrighted stuff, and I don't want the Twitch gods to descend upon me because of a bard. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna stand here. I always just chill here because that's a good scene right there. That's nice. That is good. So, gonna call it here for today. What are we gonna do? I was gonna have a break next week, but I kind of want to do like art next week. Like I was gonna have like a week-long break, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna have a think about that on the weekend, whether I actually want to or whether I need to. So, if I don't have a break, Monday is gonna be some art. We're gonna do some stuff for the stream. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing my new outfit or the new just chatting background. I will think about that. Yeah, I'll think about that. I'm not entirely sure. Tuesday is going to be Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Thursday is going to be some more Cats in Time. We're just going to have a chill day with that. And then Friday is going to be some more Final Fantasy. Yeah, no, I think that sounds like a plan. If anybody would like to join the Discord, if you have not, I need my button. Where is my button? There's my button. Wait, did we just... No, that was just a Twitter one. Who can we raid today, actually? That's something. Who can we raid? Usually on a Friday, there's no one streaming that I follow. Oh my god! Oh my god! Everybody's streaming today. Everybody! So we can go and raid some... Oh my god. That's me. We don't want an echo. Wait.
Ready for the weekend, Emmett Selch.
Ready for the weekend? Okay. Right, we're gonna go over here then. Because, believe it or not guys, we're not actually allowed to play music over Final Fantasy. So give me a second. Do you know what? Because I've got a different HUD layout, everything is different. Okay. Where's Emmett? Here we go. Here we go, guys. We've got some Emmett. Yeah, it reads now. It's all good. Trying to think of who to actually raid, guys. Should have put something else. I don't know. Should we put a poll up? Let's make a poll. I'm just gonna put... I don't know. Should we do a poll for who we raid, guys? Or should we... We have Driford. He's playing Apex Legends. We've got Cherry. She's playing Battle Block Theatre. We've got the Lady Necromancer. I've never been able to raid her before. She's playing Project Zomboid. Do you know what? Yeah, let's go and raid Neko. Let's go and do that. Let's do that, shall we? I think we did the other day. I think it was a void raid. I think it was void raid. So we're gonna go and raid the Lady Necromancer. Lady Necromancer. There we go. I got it. I got it in the end. She's playing Project Zomboid right now. She is super nice. Wait, is my thing working? It is working. There we go. So we're gonna go and raid her. So thank you everybody for coming along today. And do you know what? Yeah, I literally think it's just this for the... And then obviously if anybody is subbed, feel free to use the thingies here. But yeah, so thank you everybody for the stream today. Sorry it was just me waiting for raids and everything, but we did manage to get one in. I will be live next Monday if I choose not to have a week off. But thank you so much for the raids and for the follows today as well, and everybody being in chat and lurking and stuff. And I will see you guys on Monday. So I will see you then. Bye bye.